your name, Gunner?
Again, you don't want to pay school.
It's okay, it doesn't matter how your stool is. Okay, friends, we're going to read the story Whale at the Lake. You guys are going to take turns reading sentences to me. As we read, I'm going to have you use your highlighter to highlight words that have that A consonant E pattern, just like our spelling words this week. So after each of the sentences, we're going to see, are there any words that have the A consonant E pattern? If there are, we're going to highlight them in yellow. Okay? I'm going to start with Shaylee. Let's read our title together first, then Shaylee will read the first sentence. Ready, group? We'll all read the title together.
Whale at the lake.
Shaylee's going to read the first sentence. I still want your tracking finger out, even if it's not your turn to read.
Whale skates to the lake.
Do you see any words in that sentence that follow the A consonant E pattern? Logan, what do you see?
Lake.
Lake. Take your highlighter. We need to highlight the word lake. Just like that. That's perfect. Do you see any others in that sentence that follow that A consonant E pattern? Raylan, what do you see?
Skates.
Skates. Take your highlighter. Highlight skates. Any others? Shaylee, what do you see?
Whale.
Whale. Very good. Our character's name is Whale.
Yeah, but there's only more of it.
We're probably going to see that word again. Gunner's going to take over the next sentence. And Gunner, I see an exclamation mark at the end of this sentence. So think about what our voice might sound like if you're reading with an exclamation mark at the end.
It is so hot out.
Okay, you've got the words. Now let's read it. It's really hot outside, so we want to have some expression in our voice when we read that. Try it one more time. It is so hot out.
It is so hot out.
Good. Are there any words in that sentence that follow our pattern?
No.
Logan says no. Gunner says no.
No.
All right, then let's keep reading. Braylon, take over.
What?
You're going to start at the very beginning, capital letter.
He wants to swim with his leg.
Do we see any words with the A consonant E pattern? Okay, let's turn over and keep reading.
There's a baby whale and a frog.
Logan, you're going to take over with that first sentence.
Okay. First, whale
Tracking along, please. Good. Are there any A consonant E words in that sentence? I don't see any of those, but what other kind of word do you see that we've been working on this week in reading? What other kind of word?
The end.
What do they call that little symbol? Give him a second to think. I appreciate your enthusiasm.
N apostrophe T.
And what do we call words that have that apostrophe T in them, the N apostrophe T? What do we call those types of words? We're going to see it tomorrow on our reading test too. Contractions. We have a contraction in there. We don't have to highlight it. I just want you to be aware that it was in our story. Shaylee's going to take over with that capital H. Ready for the next sentence.
He does not like to swim. Alone.
Good. Nice job sounding that one out. Are there any other words that have the A consonant E pattern on this page?
Alone.
Let's look at the word alone. I do see a magic E on the end of it, but does that have an A consonant E?
No.
No, but you know what? It does have the magic E, and we're going to talk about O magic E words in a couple of weeks, so hang on to that one. Gunner, you're going to take over with page 3.
In the boat.
Got it. Gunner's taking over with page 3.
But you.
This is a sight word. What is that word?
Flash.
Sight word from this week.
Hot. Had.
If it was an E W, it'd be new, but this is N-O-W. What's N-O-W? Now. Are there any A consonant E words? No, there's that sight word that none of with our phonics pattern. Braylon, take over.
They are already in the
Any words that follow our phonics pattern? Shaylee, what do you see?
water.
Let's listen to the sounds in water because I see A consonant E, but what ought, or are you hearing an A sound?
No.
Right, I'm not hearing that long A sound, so we're not going to highlight it. Who is taking over? Logan, your turn. What are we going to highlight in that sentence?
Wave.
Wave. Take your highlighter. Highlight wave that follows that pattern. And Shaylee's going to finish up this page. Shaylee, I see another exclamation mark at the end. So think about what our voice sounds like when we read with an exclamation mark.
Whale is happy.
Good job. But what word are we going to highlight in that sentence?
Whale.
Whale. Highlight whale, our character. Flip over to the last page. Gunner's going to take over.
Whale jumps in the lake.
Are there any words that follow the A consonant E? Braylon? Whale. Highlight whale.
Wait.
Good. And Logan, the other one is? Lake. And Braylon, will you take over with the next sentence?
Let's play tag, he said.
Are there any A consonant E words in that sentence? Now, the word play makes the sound A, but it doesn't follow our spelling pattern. You got it. Logan, will you finish up our story? I see another exclamation mark, so think about what our voice should sound like.
Fun.
Good job. Are there any words that have that long A consonant E?
Have.
Let's listen to the sounds in it. So is that one we're going to highlight, Logan? No, you're right. It does have A consonant E, but it doesn't make that sound. I'm going to give you this paper. You can put your caps on your highlighters. We're going to switch to our pencils now. I'll go ahead and take your highlighters so you can put it away. Gunner, go ahead and write your name at the top of this paper. Okay, our directions here say that we're going to read well at the lake. We just did step 1. We're going to look at the pictures and identify what happens first, next, and last. We're going back to pull out the plot from this story, just like we've been doing in reading. What I'm going to have you do is we're going to need to find in the text where we found the answers to our questions. So we're just going to circle with our pencil when we find them. Look at the first picture. I want you to find that picture in your book. Find that picture in your book. Logan's pointing to it. Right here on the cover. What's happening first in our story? I'm asking, what's happening first in our story? Braylon, what do you see happening first?
Whale skates too.
Nice job. And I see that right here in my text. Take your pencil. You can underline this sentence. Whale skates to the lake. Yeah, I'm going to use greens because I don't have a pencil over here. Then on our paper, this is exactly what we're going to write. We went to our text, found exactly the answer we wanted, and we're going to write that right here in number 1. What does whale do first?
Skate.
Whale skates to the lake. So exactly what you underlined in the text, we're going to put it right there on our answer page. exactly what you underlined, Gunner. Yep, we went back, found the answer, and we're just going to put it in our blank.